Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. Come on in, y'all. Today is Sunday, February 1st. Holy cow, it's February 1st. I just realized that. Like, I knew it was February 1st, but what the heck, y'all? My name is Amy from A to Z Designs, and I'm going to be your host today, and we're going to paint our brand new cutout of the week. However, you can grab this one right now. This is the current cutout of the week, and it is only $10, and it includes your shipping. How stinking cute is that? We call this the bunny tag. It's precious, y'all. So make sure you grab it before you can no longer get it, because at midnight it goes bye-bye. So say hey whenever you get here. Hit the heart button, share us out, comment the word Sunday. I will send you a message, and that message will be a link to grab this. Also, I'm going to go notify the broadcast channel that we are live so all my friends can come hang out with me. So get this before it's gone. Comment Sunday. Okay. Super cute. I like the blue egg. It's different. So go grab this. Down below, you'll see a pinned comment. It says comment Sunday to get the cutout of the week. But also down there is a link to join our free broadcast channel. Make sure you join that, because that will allow me to send you messages whenever we're live and all the things. Okay. Y'all ready for this one? I'm excited. However, I need to glue something that I worked on last night. Y'all want to see what it is? It's a sneak peek. For tomorrow, February 2nd, 7 p.m. Central, we have Mini Sale Monday. Y'all, my glue is getting to the bottom of the barrel. But y'all, look what I worked on last night. Is that not the cutest? So I need to glue this really quick before we get started. So let me do that. Put some glue on it and make sure it's all lined up. Super duper important. I wanted to let it dry last night because I did a lot of dotting on it. And I wanted to make sure before I touched it that it was dry. Y'all, this glue is going to be the death of me. It's about time to open a new bottle. It is almost time. So I just took paintbrush on this and did all the little patterns, if you will, on this. Hi, guys. Hi, Autumn. So this will be available tomorrow, Mini Sale Monday. But we are going to paint the new cutout of the week here in just a second. I just want to get this taken care of. You know what? I want to see something. Can y'all hear me okay? There we go. I was upside down. Hi, guys. What's going on? What are y'all doing today? Are you freezing cold? I know, Jerry. It's February 1st. Can y'all believe that? Whoa. New month brings new things. Just saying. Hi, Donna. Yes, I know, Karen. Isn't the egg just precious? So obviously you'd get it unpainted, and then you can decorate yours, add patterns. If you're a chalk person, you could add transfers to it. I just used a paintbrush and some dotting tools yesterday. I love this one. So let me just get this taken care of, y'all. Because it's sitting here, and every time I do something, move something, hit my desk just right, the pieces come off. But look at this. It does come with a stand. I think it's precious. I don't know where the stand is. It's over there. That's fine. Look. Sue is staying warm. Yes. Holly's freezing in Florida. Look how stinking cute this is, y'all. I love it. I love the flowers. Look at the flowers. That was just with dotting tools. Miss Lee with the turquoise Valentine taught me that. So, okay, so this will be available tomorrow, Mini Sale Monday, 7 p.m. Central, February 2nd. Okay? Let me set that over there to the side, and we're going to start painting our new cutout. Y'all, look at this. It is a bunny house, and I am here for it. Just saying. Let's get started. Got my foil sheets here. So we're going to put some paint on these. I'm first going to grab a wipe. Isn't the egg precious? Come on now. There's a couple spots on here I'm going to just wipe off. It's like the glue sitting on top of the wood. Sometimes you'll have that. Sometimes you won't. Zach's pretty good about wiping it off. But sometimes, you know, we forget. Especially when you're using white paint, you want to make sure that you wipe off those areas, because otherwise it's going to cause the white paint to, like, I don't know, discolor. So just know that's what we're doing here. And then I just dry it, and then we're good. Okay, done and done. Let me grab my dryer. Where's my dryer? Waiting for the Walmart groceries to be delivered. I need to place a grocery order today so that we have food to eat. Debbie, can I show you how to make the flowers? I mean, I probably could. I could probably do it over here on the foil when we get there. I can. It's pretty easy. Hi, Evelise. How are you? All right, so let me just dry these real quick. I want to make sure that my pieces are dry, because when I go to paint, if they're wet, sometimes it like waters down the paint, if you know what I mean. Makes sense, right? Kira's in here all cuddled up over here next to me, living her best life. All right, let's begin. So I've got some colors here. I've got white, obviously. I mean, not obviously, but I've got white. What else do I have? I have Purple Rain. We're going to use Purple Rain today. We're going to use New Leaf, Slate Gray, Marigold, Jack-o'-lantern Orange, and Bubblegum Pink. Bubblegum Pink is going to be like the main color. Okay, I can show y'all how to do the flowers. Let me get some paint on my board. It's really easy, y'all. I think it turned out really cute. Let me do this. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Judy. How are y'all? Miss Tina Long, how are you, friend? All right, let me put some pink here. We might need a little bit more. Let's start with that. I got to think about this. So we're going to use a paintbrush. Let me grab my paintbrushes. So some of this obviously is going to be covered by other colors, but I want to use a paintbrush because not all of it is going to be covered. And so I want to make sure that I don't paint in those lines. So I am choosing a paintbrush today for this part versus like a makeup sponge or like a foam stick or even like a sponge brush. Y'all have your meals planned for the week? I need ideas. I've got pork chops in the cart. I have chicken for chicken and rice. That's the boys' staple meal. We have frozen pizza for one night. So I'm trying to be careful around the windows because we're going to paint the inside of those like a yellow, like marigold. Relaxing, drinking coffee, watching. Oh, thanks, Tina. Are you feeling better? Hi, Beth. Hi, Annette. You were very welcome. Hi, Donna. What's going on? Aloha. All right, so I don't need to go all the way up because we are going to have a border or like to the house. I can paint over the flower because it is a cutout. Zach had his mom cut a bunch of stuff while we were gone. And so I had lots to choose from, y'all, when I got home. It's always nice. I just lay it all out and figure out what's going to be painted for Mini Sale Monday or even Whatnot show. And then cut out of the week. And so I came across this one last night when I was sorting everything and I was like, sold. This is so cute. All right, so there's pink. I also have to do the inside of the ears. So for that one, mini pan lasagna. Okay, I'm so glad you're feeling better. So for the ears, y'all, because it's what am I trying to say? Like, we're going to have to paint the white around the edge. I'm going to grab like a flat brush. And we're just going to very carefully paint inside the ears. Y'all hear my TV? It's like volume 55. Somebody was watching TV in there and then they left and they didn't turn it down. Have you put beef in the crock pot? Ooh, beef and noodles. Stacy, I saw that. Thank you so much. I got one of the new ones on. This is the one that says, sorry for what my face said or something. Isn't that the truth? I've always got some expression going on my face. You could read me from a mile away. So you could either use an angled brush or a flat brush for this part. And this is the part where I get really quiet. Because I feel if I'm quiet, I won't go outside the lines. Anybody else? This is bubblegum pink. It's a great Valentine color, Easter color, spring color. I wanted it to be very pink. Yes, Stacy, isn't that great? I love that one. Chicken and noodles in the crock pot. Holly, I'm coming. It's my fave. All right, let's go around the little curve. All right, so that's what we have so far. Obviously, this needs to dry because we need to do more. You got 15 inches of snow? How do you even get outside your door? You do the same, Heather? Yes. Awesome, Chris. Teresa's the same way. This pink actually does cover pretty well. However, we are going to do a second coat, but honestly, it's not terrible. It's not too shabby, friends. It's a good thing we can't hear anything with words on it, or else my whole work clothes would be smart sayings. Dana, that is so true. So very true. Okay. I am going to do a second coat in the ears. We're going to get that out of the way. That's probably, I don't know, it's not hard to paint it, but I'm going to say that's probably the hardest part. Just because you got to stay in the lines. But with the right paintbrush, friends, you are going to be golden. And this one is one of the Deco Art paintbrushes. It's pretty amazing. And it's like short little bristles and flat. Okay, so the ears are done. Now, let me switch gears and do another coat of the main house. Bubblegum pink. The door is going to be the shape of a carrot, y'all. I'm really excited about this. You don't need to paint over the door. Like, you don't have to paint inside that door is what I meant to say. But sometimes it's just easier for me to get wild and crazy and go over all of it. And then we'll start working on our smaller pieces. I am going to paint inside the little windows with, I think I said marigold. Thanks, Debbie. It's great. Sorry for what my face said. Okay, well, home stretch. This is another Deco Art paintbrush. Y'all, their paintbrushes are good. Y'all need to go hop over there and check them out. If they're still there, I don't know. Okay, let me dry it to see if it's all smoothed out. I know, Donna. Isn't that the truth? Hi, Nancy. Okay, dry, dry, dry. Let me make sure I didn't miss any major parts of this where it looks like a mess. I think we're okay, though. I do see a spot over here that might show up whenever we go to put our little roof topper. Okay, so that piece is done for now. Let's put the rest of the paint back in the bottle. Let's do it. And then we have the white out, so we might as well work on the white. What do you say? Okay, so for the white, I'm going to do the little windows. What do y'all call those? The window, these things. The border, the window, I don't know, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. Just ordered a pile of Deco paint and brushes. Can't wait. Oh, fun. I got a Deco art box yesterday and it had the Valentine set in it. Looks like good colors. And I got some metallics. So I'm painting the flower white. We are going to go in and paint the center a different color. Okay, and then we're going to paint this. See those little pieces right there? And those are going to have like little greenery that go at the bottom. Shutters. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. They're like the window pieces. All right, what else needs to be white? I think that's it. Not a lot of white. White usually takes multiple coats. In case you didn't know. Okay. Let's do the purple. This is Purple Rain. Hi Tina. I almost said hi Sunday because I saw your comment. Let me grab a paintbrush for this. So Purple Rain is a darker purple color, and I'm going to do the little, I don't know, flower pots, whatever the heck these are called. The window, you know, you can like put things outside your window to put plants in. Y'all, I don't know the names of things today. I apologize. It is what it is. Purple Rain needs more than one coat. That's for darn sure. Window frames, window pane, yes. How are you, Dana? You got some? Awesome. And then the center of the flower is also going to be purple. Boxes, yeah, window boxes. I think this is going to be so cute. I'm excited. Let's dry it. I know, Autumn, right? It's okay, girl. Me too, me too. Okay, 2 coats for Purple Rain is good. Now, let me check the flower. It's a little streaky, so let's do another coat of white. And then while we have the purple out, we're going to do the center of it with this brush. North Carolina is officially closed. We got over 12 inches of snow on top of the ice we got last weekend. It is 20 degrees. Holy moly. Hi, Marilee. Hey, Jen. I went and picked up some cutouts from my mom because sometimes she helps me paint cutouts because I don't have enough hours in the day to do it. And there were parts of like intersections where the sun doesn't shine that were iced over. And I was a little nervous, but I did okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me make sure this is dry. Thanks, Teresa. It was a great success. Window mullions are the pieces of the window that separate the window panes. Thanks, Shelly. JR singing it too. Okay. So for the center of the flower, I'm just going to I have this pointed brush. I'm just going to go in a circle. You could use the little dotting tools. In fact, I'm probably going to do that because that has a wild hair, bristle, whatever, and it's getting a little out of control.
The boys heard you guys last night, and they need some new scrub daddy holders.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
They hope you like the color.
It's like a, what do you call that? Like a ombre. All right, so I just have the little tool here, and I'm just filling in that circle. This gives me a little bit more control. And we're going to dry it. I am, Teresa. Sure am. Are you? Sure am. I need to book all the stuff for that. They did an awesome job, yes. I know. Isn't that great, y'all? Okay, the flower is done. Done is the flower. Okay, so let me wipe this off. Purple is done. However, let me grab a paper towel because I need to scoop up all this extra paint because it is a lot. So bear with me just a second. I'll show you what I do when I accidentally put my brush in my water too soon. I just get a paper towel and scoop it up because you don't want to waste. I always put way too much. So let me scoop this up. Now, we are back in action. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab Marigold, okay? This is like my go-to. I painted a couple things with this color for Easter. So I'm going to take, this time I'm going to take a sponge brush. No, makeup sponge. And we're going to paint this little piece for the roof. And it is Marigold. We'll need multiple coats. And of course, we'll clean up our edges like usual. But I think this is a good color. Marigold's a good color to keep in your color arsenal of paints. Okay, now, remember I told you on the house, I wanted to paint in the windows. So, my friends, we're going to find a little paintbrush and just go inside this. And fill this in just a little bit. That way, because you're going to be able to see through it. It's not like the wood, or it's not pink. Like I didn't paint it pink on purpose. Okay. Amy, my name is Amy, Teresa. Okay, let's do another coat. So every Sunday we come on here and we paint the cutout of the week for that week. So it's good from Monday to Sunday, so that you guys have a tutorial to refer back to for 30 days. Because you know Facebook deletes videos after 30 days. In case you didn't know that. All right, there's that. So I just painted like that much, because there's going to be stuff at the bottom. Thank you. Okay, so this one is done except for the ears, the white. All right, let me check this out. I think we're going to need another coat of this marigold. So let me go over this really quick. And that should be good. So that is all of the marigold that we need, and I don't have a lot left. Okay, let's switch gears and do the thingamabobs. What do you call those? The ears. And oh goodness, y'all, what paintbrush am I going to use? Hold on, I got to dig for my paintbrushes here. Actually, let's use this one. So Snow White is the color I'm using. And you don't want to get too much on there, because it'll get thick on the edges and then end up over the line on a spot that you don't want it. So go light when you dip your paintbrush. If you get too much, just offload it onto your foil sheet or whatever, paper towel, whatever you're using for your paints. See? Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Tracy Moores. Tomorrow's the day, right? So let me just go along the edge of the ear. Here's another one where I have to be quiet so I can concentrate. You might need your glasses for this. I should probably be wearing mine. It's okay. We're just going to test it out here. It's going to be okay, Tracy. Do you have somebody taking you? Is your son taking you to the surgery? Quiet on the set. Concentration. All right, there is coat one. We got to do another coat, y'all. Hello, Albie Crafty. Y'all make sure you go follow Albie Crafty. She's my friend Vanessa. She's in the mastermind with me, and she is so stinking precious. All right, concentration. Dana, did you see my message about the colors? Hi, Carol. We're just silently concentrating right now. Trying to make sure that I do not go over into the pink on this bunny ear. Whew, makes me nervous. Dee, what's going on, Dee? Did you get your order placed of the new stuff? I sure did. Halfway there, y'all. Halfway. All right. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Okay. Anything else white? No. Goodbye, white. Nope. Don't do that. Put it back in the bottle. You'll just have to wait and see, Dana. Okay, cool. You will have to wait and see. Lots of awesome things are happening in February. Lots of goodies coming y'all's way. Look at me. I'm like using this paintbrush as a spoon. It's a little ridiculous how much white I got. But it's fine. That's what we do around here. Okie doke. Moving on. Green, gray, and orange. So let's turn this direction. Okay, I'm going to use jack-o'-lantern orange. And let's do paintbrush because we are bumping it up against the, what do you call those? The carrot topper. The leaves. This is a good paintbrush right here. So jack-o'-lantern orange. I thought would be a good carrot color. And there are little score marks on this. We'll clean those out and accent those when we go to do all the fun stuff that I like to do, like the distressing, bringing it to life. Okay, so there is coat number uno. All right, so while we're letting that dry, I'm going to go in with new leaf and we're going to paint all the greenery. And we're going to need a paintbrush. I'll just use this one. So all of these little pieces are going to be green. This is like a, what do y'all call these that like go up? It's a plant. It's a bush. It's a, it's not a topiary, is it? No. I don't garden, so there's that. Okay, so on top of this is going to be what? Oh, yeah. The gray piece. So I need to go down a little bit. Green is always testy because it makes you put multiple coats on. Okay, and then we're going to go and do these little pieces here in green. We have these in our backyard by the pool. They're not in pots. They're in the ground. But I don't know the name of them. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over just so I can go at it with this direction And make sure I don't go over into the orange. Okay, now this is dry over here. We're going to come back over here and add some more green. Go over here, add more green. Sometimes green needs 3 coats, y'all. And then we'll clean up the edges. I'm not too concerned about my sloppy job here. All right, I'm going to dry this. It's still wet. And then I'm going to do a second coat, okay? I think it's a good green color. What did I say? New leaf. All right, now we're going to hop over and do another coat of the orange for the carrot because it needs another pass of orange. And I noticed that I did not get it all covered. So while we're doing this, make sure that you cover all of your carrot, all the edges. All right, I think we're good. Let's dry it and see. And then these are going to be gray. And then the painting is done. Hold on. There we go. Cypress trees. Dana's still working on Valentine cutouts. Oh, good. You got your first order. I know, Teresa. It's going to be great. Heather, it's going to be awesome. Anita's trying to be good. Yeah, I can check and see if I have it. I should. Did you get an email with your tracking? Finish the window boxes. So the green pieces are going to go right on top of that, if that's what you mean. I do have to paint those, but let me look at this. Y'all, that orange is not very, it's not cooperating. So please hold. I know watching me paint is not the greatest, but we're going to get to the fun part here in a second. But you know, you got to paint it in order to get to the end. Okay. Alrighty, friends. All right, let me just do this and this and this and dump. All right, so for the gray, I'm going to just keep it inside the bottle. Y'all don't let me forget to oh, shoot. The flowers. It's fine. I can still do the flowers. Show you how to do the flowers with the dotting stuff. So I'm just going to use a foam stick and we're just going to put some paint on here. These are the little pots that hold these tall, skinny things. And then we're going to clean out the score lines. You're going to do another order. Yep, I'm always adding to my list of colors. All right, that was slate gray. It covers pretty well. But before I continue, I've got this little tool right here. I'm going to just clean out those score marks so you see every line on it. Okay. Same with the carrot. Just go slow. Sometimes you'll get off track. Makes me so mad, y'all, whenever I do that. So mad. But it's okay. All right, done and done. Okay, so let me figure out what I'm going to use to show you guys. Oh, here, I got an idea. This, look at this. Y'all, look how small this cutout is. Zach brought me this yesterday. I'll just show you on the flower pot because he's going to have to make that much bigger. Okay, so let's take purple. I'm going to show you how I did the flowers on the egg. I glued this together earlier. So, the flowers right here, I'm going to show you how I did it. But this will be available tomorrow, Mini Sale Monday, 7 p.m. Central. February 2nd. All right, so I got, let's see here. Let's use, this one. And let's use this bad boy. Nope, that's too big. Hold on. Hold on, guys. We'll try those. All right. Let me think about this. All right, we're going to do small ones. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use purple. Is there enough in there? And let's use pink. Okay. Lasagna soup. Yes, y'all need these. These are great. Okay, so let's do pink center. I'm going to do a small pink center. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little dot. Can y'all see that? Let me scoot up. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is take a bigger, and then I'm just going to do dots around the pink dot to create the flower. See? That easy. So here's a dot. Switch it out. Use your bigger tool and do 5 dots around it. Ta-da! Flowers. Cool. Y'all got that? We'll do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I did that. So then I just clean these off. And that's how I did the flowers, my friend. You can get the purple as close to the pink as you want. You could do the pink by itself first, let it dry, and then get the purple really close so that it doesn't, like, the colors don't mix. That makes sense. And then I just took one of these and grabbed the green and just did the little, like the green dots on the egg. Like that. That's all I did. Use the tools to your advantage. Okay, there you have it. Flowers. You're welcome. So I use 2 different kinds of tools. One of them is, what is it, like dyeing tools, y'all? Let me see if I can find them. Please hold. So the ones that have like this, these are called like nail art. Y'all, I used to use these back in the day on my fingernails and my toenails. And then this link coming at you, the second one, are the more cylinder tools. And I just keep them in this little bag. There you have it. Okay, are we done? We're done. So let's take all this off. Cute and simple, yes. You can make snowmen, like do like a bigger dotting tool and then kind of a smaller and then a smaller and stack them all on the top of each other. And then when it's dry, take a really small little tool and do like maybe eyes. Possibilities are endless, my friends. So I just put the link for those two in there so y'all can click on those and check it out. All right, here we go. Let the fun begin. Let me clean up my mess though. 1 second. Goodbye, green. I got way too much of you. Sorry. Oh, Cutout. So now we're going to take our marker and clean up the edges. Holy cow, these are really bad. So I just go along the edge and clean up all that extra paint because I get a little heavy-handed, a lot heavy-handed. This one is running out of juice, y'all. Might have to grab another one. Yeah, I'm not fighting with that right now. Not today, sir. Not today. So let me grab another one. You're done. Thanks, Jerry. All right. Goodbye, marker. Oh, yeah. Much easier. Much, much easier. Okay, so that's done. Let's come over here to this piece. This is our scalloped rooftop, whatever. I don't know. And we're doing the same thing, cleaning up the edges, because I do not paint my edges. I ain't got time for that. And honestly, I don't know that I really care for the way it looks. But these are good for those itty bitty places that you need to cover, go over. And they're really good for y'all. Like I'm going to do the inside of this like so. I love them for that as well. Okay, so here's our window pieces. And then I like to do the inside like this. Flip it over, go the other direction. That's done. Let's check out our pyramid bushes. That's what I'm going to call it. Thank you. New white ones I used. Yes, the white. Yes. I don't use the white as much. I probably use my Posca white more, my Posca marker. But I have used the white of this brand. Now this is very ridgy, so I am not being too meticulous with the edges. I'm just kind of letting the marker go across the edge. All right, that's done. We're almost done with this. The little pots in gray. The flower. This is like the longest part, y'all. Okay, let's do this. Whoa. There's a lot on the edge of this one. It's okay. Yes. Yes, Anita. Typically, yes. You got it, girl. You got it right. Okay. Done. Next. We are going to look at all the things I brought out. I brought out so many different colors of this distress ink, and we're going to figure out what we're going to do, what we're going to use. You have issues with your Posca markers leaking. Yes, I've had that too, and I just have to be really careful and like take a paper towel and wipe it off. Okay, so before we do anything, I just realized, I want to do some dots. You do, Anita. Girl, it's a must. I want to add some dots to this. Let's see, let's use this one. So I'm going to just take the lid and we're going to just put some dots in the ears. You could use the end of a paintbrush to achieve this same look. I just really like these tools. Okay, so the bunny's ears now have dots. Okay, then I want to kind of put some dots, kind of just random on here. No rhyme or reason. I'm not really doing the triangle technique like I tell y'all to do when you're adding polka dots. I just want a couple here and there. The little trees are going to go there. Okay, I think that's good. Zach here. Yep, there's Zach. What's up, Mr. Zach? Where you been? You know what I did not do, y'all? Gosh darn it. Please hold. I wanted to paint the marigold inside this. So what we're going to do is grab a paintbrush. I'm just going to do a little bit up here at the top. And hopefully that'll take care of it. Just trying to make sure it's even. Even Steven. Hi, Teresa. Oh, good. Karen, you're going to love them. All right, let me dry this. Got our dots there as well. We're going to work with a few other pieces while this is drying. The dots take a little bit longer to dry because they're thicker. And we might splatter the entire thing. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. Okay, that's going to go there. Now what we're going to do is get out our little finger daubers. Right here. And I've got some different colors. I've got Wild Honey and Rusty Hinge here. I want to see. I'm pretty sure this one goes to it. I want to see if this will show up. Oh, yes. On the scallops of our roof piece. This is my favorite part, y'all. Bringing it to life. Now, you don't have to do this, okay? You do whatever you want. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe some more. Yes, it's definitely darker, which is what I wanted. And now I'm going to take the white, which my white looks awful. It's very dirty, but it still does the job. So I'm not ready to give up on it yet. And I'm going to do white on the top. So it's going to be like a 3-tone rooftop piece. Because you have the white on the top, then you have the color marigold in the middle, and then we added the, what was it? Wild honey to the scallops. Okay. Again, I don't know if you can see it. Hey, Darcy girl. Okay, now, I also grabbed, well, I grabbed the rusty hinge. I want to see what this looks like on the carrot, if anything. Okay, that definitely doesn't do anything. Scratch that. But let me wipe it off. Even though you can't really see it, I can still see it on the wood. Okay, so it is like a goldish color. Let me see what wild honey looks like. Okay, there we go. It's lighter. And you can see it. I can see it. I don't know if y'all can see it. And then I'm going to do it around the window and the door, because this is the door. I don't know if you can tell. It looks good. Now, I am going to take a little bit and kind of go in the middle. Oh, yes. That looks good. I like that. Okay, which is which? Rusty hinge, wild honey. All right, put this back in here. Then I'm going to grab some green. So I got 2 colors of green. I have the mowed lawn, which is almost the exact same color. So I'm going to grab pine needles. And this we're going to go around, oh yes, the edge of all the greenery pieces. Look. Can y'all tell the difference? Groceries are there. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, so we're going to do that to each greenery piece. And again, y'all, you don't have to do this. It's just what I prefer. And then I'm going to do a little bit on the edge of this and this. And then we're done with the greenery pieces. The plant life. Okay, so that one is donezo. Okie doke, so for the little pots, I'm going to grab my black one and I'm just going to do the edges of this to bring those to life. And notice that I'm not putting any more of the ink on my sponge because, or my little dauber, because I know it already has some. Okay. All right, next, the purple. So, I did grab some purple, but I don't know that it's going to show up. So what I'm going to do is just use white at the very bottom to lighten it up. Okay, we've got that. We've got that. We still need to do our main bunny house. But what I'm going to do for the flower is take a little tiny bit of this one. This is picked raspberry. And I'm going to just add a little bit to the edge of the flower petals. Okay, just a little bit. Now, let's see if this is dry. Let me see if this shows up. We're going to add some to the house. Oh, you won't even see that. Never mind. So on around the edge of the house, we're going to put this picked raspberry. That's really the only place. Okay. And then what I'm going to do I gotta think for a second. I won't be able to see this, but I just added a little bit there. Okay, where's my white? White is right here. I'm just lightening up the center of that. Or the pink to the bunny ears. Just by going over what we've already done. Just a little bit. Okay, now you see we have the window pieces, right? I'm going to take the brown and just go along the bottom from like here to here, all the way over here and up. Same with this. Just to add a little bit of something, because I can. All right, I think we're ready now, y'all. Thanks, Holly. I think so too. Let me stack all of this up and get this out of my way. Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun with the stick fast that is about gone. OMG. Look, see, and it's already clogged. Like, I don't have time to fight with you today. So we're going to just pull out a new one. My shirt says, sorry for what my face said. All right, brand new bottle. I'm going to just punch a hole or stick a thingy in it. That should break the seal. Let's see. Yep, here it comes. Whoa, let the floodgates open. All right, I did not cut the tip of my glue, if you noticed that. I used to in the past. Not no more. Okay, so there is the house, or there's the door. Now we're going to glue in the little window piece. It's going to fit right inside there. It's so cute. Okay, then I'm going to take these and glue these on top of our little shrub pieces. Shrub, maybe that's what they're called. Shrubs. Okay, and I'm going to kind of press and hold those because sometimes stuff moves. Yeah, Janice, you can get the shirt. We have it on our website. We just released them about a week ago. And I finally got my order. Okay, so these are going to go right here. And then these are going to sit right here on the edge. That's a bad bottle. And they just line up on the edge. They should fit perfectly. All right, there's that one. Now we're going to add this one. Same thing, y'all. Should line right up. Just like so. Press and hold. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so cute. Okay, now the little windows right here. As I mentioned, you have the little green pieces, right? So these are going to glue right on top and line up. Just like that. Holy stinking cow. Look how cute that is. Elizabeth, we do have a few on our website still. I think when you comment the word Sunday, there's a link in there to potentially shop our shirts. that will take you to our website, and just go to shop and then 3D prints, and you should be able to see them. You can always send me a message if you can't find them. Okay, press and hold. And then these are going to go right here. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. I love this so very much. And you have score marks, so you know where to place them. Wow, this is really cute. All right, and then you have your flower. It's just going to go right there. Make sure that is down, and then we have this piece. And I think we might splatter it a little bit with some white. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let me make sure this is straight. That's really cute. Okay. Let me set this here. And let me grab some more paper towels, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to splatter it. It's messy, but it's worth it. Okay, so I have a piece of foil here. So I'm going to put a little bit of white paint. I don't know yet. We might, Tracy. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to spray some water, and then I'm going to grab this crazy brush right here that looks like a fan, and I'm going to mix up this paint and water. You don't want to water it down too much. And then all I'm going to do is just take like a stick or something, and I'm just going to add dots. Little or as much as you want. And that's it. And then I just take that and put it in my cup. That's it. That's all there is to it. So let me dry this. We got to put our stand on. Y'all, this is precious. It's really cute. But I feel like it's missing something. Let me dry this and we'll see what it is. So I feel like it needs a tiny bow where the greenery meets the carrot. So let me see how big or how little I want this. I think right there. Press and hold it. Doorknob. Yeah, it does need a doorknob. We'll add a doorknob. We'll add a doorknob with this guy. There's the doorknob. Now, I grabbed my white Posca marker because I want to do a couple things with it. Okay, so this is where I like draw my lines and do all the things. Let me just do a couple of these here and here. You're freezing? I bet. I bet you're very cold. Let me just add a couple more there, and I think we're good. I got my lines. I just did them. Cute, right? I love it. Okay, y'all. So here is the deal. We got to do the stand. It comes with 2 pieces. So what I'm going to do is glue these together. And I'm going to immediately stick my cutout in there so that I can make sure the stands are lined up. Okay, because if you like glue them on there and walk away, you may not be able to get them in there, at least on the second one. Okay, so once I know it's lined up, then I take it off so that it doesn't get stuck. Because if you want to store this after you're done with it, the best way obviously is to remove the stand. Okay, so I don't know about y'all, but that is really stinking cute. Look at this. I love it. It's so cute. What do y'all think? You gonna get one tomorrow? I am. Thanks, Jerry. I know, Debbie, right? You got to decorate. It's going to bring you joy. So if you want the current cutout of the week, it's this one right here. It's only $10. Include your shipping. This one will be available tomorrow, Monday, February 2nd. But grab this before it goes away at midnight. Okay? All right, friends. There you have it. Thanks for joining me today. That's really cute. I love it a lot. So we'll see y'all next time, okay? Bye, friends.